What's up everyone, and welcome to a brief overview of Palace of the Dead. I've noticed a lot of people are unsure of what it entails, so I just thought I'd do a quick run through floors 1 to 10. So once you reach level 17 and have done Copperbell Mines, you can pick up the quest from Gridanya where the Adventurers Guild is. That will unlock this. Once then, you come and talk to this person. It'll give you some options. Just click on enter. So you can go in with a fixed party, so that's a party of up to 4 members, or you could go in with a match party where it will find people for you. For today, I'm just going to go in by myself. There are no real benefits to going in by yourself. Aside from you get an achievement and a title for being able to do floors 1 to 100 solo. Okay, when we get in, if you start from floor 1, you will be at level 1. If you start at floor 51, you'll be at level 60. Once you get in, gear and weapons that you have on the outside are unimportant. You'll see, I've got a nice glowy weapon, but yeah. So inside here there are 3 types of chests. There are gold, silver and bronze. Gold will have commanders in, silver upgrades your Aetherpool armor and Aetherpool armor, and bronze have potions and items in. Just go through, kill things, level up. We'll drop potions, etc. There's another gold chest here. The commanders, okay, so commanders. Use them from the character screen. There are quite a few in total. I'll tell you what they do as I use them. Intuition will find any hidden accursed head pieces. There's not one on this floor. It will stay active until you find one. These are hidden chests that contain cursed horde pieces, which when you go out you can use to exchange for random items basically, or just pick them at random for you. What you get, I'll show you that when we leave. Just keep going through and killing things. None of the enemies in here are too difficult. As you can see, silver chest, it flickered, so it went up by 1. There is 3 it can go up by now: flickers, brightens, and I think radiates, which indicate going up by 1, 2 or 3. The point of okay, dropped a chest for me, Commander of Fortune, which will increase the amount of treasure chests on a from enemies or on the later floor. On the current floor, so more enemies will drop more chests basically. As you can see on the minimap, the flag is where you started, the sort of ace is the return point. If you're in a party you can raise people from it, and the key is the way up to the next floor. Killing enemies will unlock them so that you can keep going further and further. As I said, none of the enemies on these floors are too difficult. As soon as it's unlocked, there's not really much point in hanging about. There are hidden traps on floors. There are commanders that will reveal the traps. So yeah. Sorry, I've come down with a little bit of a cold, so I'm a little bit bunged up, but it'll be alright. Commander Affluence will change enemies on the next floor. No, it will increase it. The number of treasure coffers on the next floor. There is one that will change the enemies on the next floor to either imp type creatures or mimics. It's kind of a risky thing. The imp things die in 1 hit, give a lot of experience, and usually give gold chests. Mimics are quite difficult to kill at times, to be honest. and they will also put a debuff on you that cannot be as soon as you need a commander to get rid of it, that will just constantly keep taking your life down. So yeah, it's sort of a high risk, high reward sort of situation. Commander of Sight, that reveals all of the floor traps and maps, so you can see what treasure chests are where and things like that. Commander of Witching, for those who saw me get that at the beginning, change all nearby enemies in range to frogs and things like that. It can be quite useful if you become surrounded. Especially if you don't have a healer or tank in your group, because there are no party requirements. I've done this many times with 4 DPS. Commander of Fortune will increase treasure chests. Commander of Sight, we'll pop the Commander of Fortune on the next floor so you can see it's not guaranteed increase. If you are going to the teleportation part and an enemy sees you, you won't be able to teleport, and if you're in a party, everyone needs to be stood inside of it, otherwise you won't be able to go. You can see as it flashes. Palace of the Dead has a lot of benefits. It gives quite a decent amount of experience for when you complete it. It also allows you to, if you come in as a job or even as a class, as you level up you will get all access to all the skills, even if you don't have them on the outside. So it can be very good to practice your class or job and become familiar with it. There's another gold chest here, another Commander of Sight. Let's pop the Fortune and see what we can get. You just use them to pop them, and as you can see there, the light in the middle is the Accursed Horde piece. They are hidden. They are on quite a few floors. They will not always show up, that's because I use the intuition. If your party stands on it, it will show up anyway. But also you are on a time limit, you can't just spend all your time stood around. As you can see, got the Accursed Horde, leveled up again. And just keep going through. Oh, and that was me triggering a trap, so as I said, they are hidden. There are various ones, toad, pacification ones, there's bomb ones, there's ones that bring more enemies to you. I don't think there's any others, I can't really think at the minute. It's pacification, silence one, there is a explosion one, luring, yeah, I do believe that's about it really. As you can see, the fortune's paying off, getting quite a few chests. Be nice to get some silvers, but I'll take what I can get. I already have the killer weapon from here, so I'm not too worried about it. Safety disables all traps on the floors. Commander of Strength, so you can only carry 3 of each commander. You can see this will increase your damage dealt and HP recovery. It lasts a few minutes. 7 minutes. It doesn't go off until that 7 minutes has gone or you have died. So there are, as I was saying, there are many advantages. The Curse Horde pieces, the items are usually materia, minions and glamour gear is the sort of things you get from 1 to 100. After 100, I know there is a mount that you can get, the Nightmare Pegasus mount. I haven't actually managed to go in past that yet, so I can't say for sure what it's like. As you can see, Commander of Sight, it will not show if there isn't a Curse Horde still. There's no way around that. But as you can see there, it will show you the traps on the floor, so you just don't stand on them. Another Commander of Sight. There are some that are a lot more common than others. Oops. You see, it's not very difficult on the first floor. A lot of people become quite agitated in here when they're playing as tank, because a lot of people just go running off. Oh, my arm didn't upgrade. That means it's about level 4 these floors. You don't need to kill everything if you don't want to. When you're at level 60, it's always advised not to kill everything, because I said the later floors can become difficult and there are quite a few enemies about. Some people will go back and kill them, some people won't. It is all personal preference. I tend not to, and most groups will tend not to as well. All of the enemies on these floors should be things you're used to. As you can see, I just got haste granted. Basically, every so often floors can have buffs and debuffs that they will trigger. The most common ones are haste and MP HP increases, and HP and MP decreases, as well as knockback being disabled, auto heal being disabled, and I'm trying to think if there's any other, gloom, and not being able to use items or skills. So you'll still be able to use your main attacks but not sort of your skills. There are items that can get rid of this. There are commanders for it. I can't think what the name is at the minute because there's so many. Commander of Lust just changes you into a succubus. Does sort of an AoE attack that adds vulnerability to things. Doesn't last too long. Can be good against bosses, things like that. It's usually saved for if there's a lot of enemies pulled or for the boss floors. There are other commanders. There is a commander of raising, which adds auto raise to your party. Anyone dies, they will automatically raise, because if you die in here, then you lose everything you've got. So as you've been going through. So if you die, you won't get any experience when you come out. Any Curse Horde pieces you've got, you will lose. Commander of Strength again. Let's pop another site and see which way to go. As you see, there is nothing up here on the map. As you can see, there are rooms like that. There may be an Curse Horde piece in there, there may not. I'm not going to spend too much time worrying about it for a quick run through, just to give everyone a taster of it. Another thing to note is it will always only show one chest on the map. Doesn't always mean there's one chest. Sometimes there can be a lot more, sometimes it will only be the one. It will also only show the highest level of chest available to you. So for instance, if there's a gold and silver in the room, it will only show the gold on the picture. It's always worth looking around the room just quickly, doesn't take much. And you can keep going. I'm not going to worry about grabbing extra strengths, I've just not long used one. and we'll be done pretty soon. I know I'm probably not playing Machinist very well, but I know very little about Machinist other than pew pew. I know that's obviously my dart and I should probably start with it. Commander of Intuition, that was the wrong one, my bad. Just in case we do need to go back and kill over here. It's always worth popping on the floor because as you can see there is one calling me. Can use sprint, It's going to be in that top room like I said it was, I can almost guarantee it. The thing is, unless you are stood directly on it, you will never know it's there. There is no other way, other than the intuition or standing directly on top of it for a few seconds. You will never know it's there. I don't even know what that does, but it seemed to work in my favour. The skill I do know what does is that. Bye bye. Every tank's worst nightmare. It's always worth going and collecting them because they do give materials, they give grade 4s and 5s usually. Like I said, they give minions and they give glamour. They also give, I don't know about the 1 to 50 ones, but I know about 51 plus also give replica allergen gear, or allergen, depending on how you say it. Let's sprint back off to the next floor then. I quite like the design in here, I like being underground. There is a story to it, but obviously I won't go into that. I'm not here to spoil it for anyone. I'll just quickly show you what it's all about. As I said, you can sneak past enemies and just go onto the next floors once the teleportation is activated. All the enemies in here are sort of just basic on the lower levels, things you've probably been fighting for. I mean, even if you're only level 17 and new, you will have fought most of these enemies. Bronze chests have a chance to have a... oh, that was a landmine trigger there. As you can see, you get lots of potions and you still can use them. Just use a max potion quickly. They usually have potions, Phoenix Downs, or sometimes they can have one of these in, which are used to exchange for Materia 5s. There is a mount and a couple of other bits I'll show you once we're out. Once you've done past, I think it's floor 150 from what I've heard, but I'm not 100% sure. Like I said, I haven't been able to go much further. Well, I've not been able to go past 100 myself because I spend a lot of time just by myself on this game. Oh, mimic. That's never good. As I said, they can put a buff on you. Luckily this one doesn't seem like it's going to. Mimics usually do drop chests, and I didn't get an upgrade again, but that does happen at times. The silver chests can also blow up as well, so there is that chance of that happening. It has wiped many a parties when they've gone for a silver chest while killing enemies and just blown up. Like, it's always worth waiting to open a chest till you're not being attacked, because mimics can spawn from any colour chest. And what floor are we on? 8. Yeah, we'll use this now. Mimics can spawn from any colour chest, cause mass problems, and chests can blow up and cause a wipe. Not really much more I can say. Nothing really hits hard on these floors. I won't go past the level I am on the outside from the first 10 floors. A Pomander Steel basically increases your defense. It's a good tanky item. All good for characters that are taking a lot of damage. Aetherpool Armor is sort of your defensive capabilities and things, and your Aetherpool Arm is obviously your damage capability. If someone's come in with 99.99 and you are at 910, even if you are a tank, chances are they will take a lot of enemies off you. It happens. Try not to stress about it too much. Some people do let theirs build up all the way to 99.99 because they are doing solo runs, things like that. 99.99 is the maximum it can go. I won't pick that up, but I'll use that. We are on the last floor. Yeah, 99.99 is the best it can go. Once you get to plus 30, you can take, well, plus 30 and have beaten floors 50. You can take a weapon out, which is the Pajara weapon at 235. Its stats and everything are locked, but it is meldable like most gear is now. Once you have a Pajara weapon, or you know, if you decide to keep building it up a bit, you still need to get the Kinner weapon, which is the 255 one. You still need the Pajara weapon first. Oops, I triggered a trap. Let's have a quick sneak in here. Okay. See if we can just get around these quickly, see what's in the final room. See if we are, I can't remember if there was an Accursed Sword calling. As you see, there's just a gold test there at the bottom. We'll go and grab that quickly, see what it is. Yes, as I was saying, once you have the 235 weapon and your Aetherpool and Aether Armor has gone to plus 60, and you have cleared floor 100, you can take it out and upgrade to get the 255 weapon. The 255 weapons themselves are quite useful. Well, depending on where you are in the game. Well, that's active, I can just teleport off now. Yeah, depending on where you are on the game, they can be quite useful. Some of them may have better stat weights against the Sophia weapon that you want. Some of them may not. So as you see, we've reached floor 10. Every 10 floors there is a boss. So I'm just going to pop that, and start to kill it, I guess. They're not overly difficult to kill, usually, he says. It's not affected by blanks, I can't knock it back. I don't know enough about Machinist. Just usual sort of mechanics, dodge AoEs, try not to die. And yeah, I really don't know enough about Machinist to worry too much about it. That's okay, so now I've got Windburn. Just pop a potion quickly, just to help out. Usually someone would turn into a succubus and debuff it, because it can have up to 5 stacks of vulnerability down. I may die here, I don't know if I will. I'll try not to, but even if I do, it's not going to be the end of the world. I've got 42 seconds left on that. I should have cross-class cure over. I'm guessing I could probably stun that, but I don't really know. What else do I... Oh, don't kill me, don't kill me, don't kill me. Come on, potions. No, I'm probably gonna die. But at least you have got to see it. My for poor armor and weapon are very low. Yeah, there is nothing I can do but keep running and hope for the best. I can't remember what the stun is, that's heavy. I don't have the stun move yet. I might be able to. It's going to be very close. I'm just going to keep running and trying. I will probably get hit very shortly and die. But it does happen. Wipes happen in here quite often through a lot of reasons. Oh no, I might make it. Yes, I did it. Woo! As you can see, that's it. Done the floor. Come on. I probably could have done better in there, but as I said, I'm not massively geared for it. I haven't really done much Palace of the Dead since I actually got my killer weapon for my Black Mage, which was a while ago, and I just spent days farming it. As you can see, I come out, I've got 90,200 experience. Got 1,000 gil, I got 2 bronze trim sacks. I said, it doesn't take long. In a party, you don't get a different amount of experience when you come out. So, full party or solo, you get the same amount of experience. In a full party, floors 1 to 10 usually take around 10 minutes depending on your group. That's the killer weapon where it's red. This is a person you can talk to once at certain points. No, it's not, it's this one, sorry, my bad. To take out your weapon. So that is to get the Pajali weapon, that is to upgrade it, and this is what you can exchange the pot shards for. You see, materia 5s, there are minions and a mount and a music sheet. Also, with the Icarus Horde, you ask them to appraise it, you'll give it them, click appraise. It will go through. This is going to be something not great because confetti. You can usually tell if it's going to be good. If it does that circle bit you just saw, it usually it's going to be at least average. And a wind silk wedge cap. It's not terrible, but not bad. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you have a little bit more of an understanding of Palace of the Dead. See you around. Don't forget to check out my Twitch stream if you'd like at twitch.tv philg87. I stream on Mondays, Thursdays and Saturdays. Thank you all and goodbye.